Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth lecture of our most important topics discussion series for the RBWM paper. And today we are covering the product development process from the module B. So this topic is very important. The stages in product development, in which stage should the banks try to keep their products for the longest? What is the maturity stage? What are the characteristics of the growth stage? All of these topics are the usual questions that have been asked in all the exam sessions. So make sure that you study this topic very carefully. This is very important from your exam point of view. All right, so let us start with the product development process. We know that there are three basic elements of the retail banking sector. It is characterized by multiplicity, that is, multiple products, multiple customers, and multiple delivery channels. So today we are going to focus on this multiple products. Why multiple? Because there are so many customer segments with different needs and expectations. So we need to develop products in a customized manner that would satisfy their needs. All right. So what is the product development process? Product is the center of the retail banking. Everything is centered around it. Everything revolves around it. The add-on and the other value propositions are tagged to the product. We have studied about the different types of product. We have the core product, which is the generic product. Then we have the augmented product, any add-on benefit. We have the expected product and also the potential product. So when we are deciding on the development of a product, first we need to understand which type of product it is. So product that has the capacity to provide satisfaction, use, and return desired by the customer. All right, so there are various stages in the life of a product. This is a common cycle of the product, or we'll say the product life cycle. So the product after development goes through different stages in its sales journey, and in each of the stage the impact on sales will be different. So this is after the product has been developed. So once the product is introduced in the market, any new product, first the customers will not have enough information and awareness about the product. They will have apprehensions about using the new product. So the sales will be low. The sales will be low, plus the costs will be more than the revenue. So this is the first stage. It is the introduction stage. So the sales value will be low and the revenue from the products will not be sufficient to cover the cost of producing, the marketing and servicing. All right, because it takes time for the product to occupy the minds of the customers, right? Then we have the second stage, which is the growth stage. Now here the sales volume of the products pick up and the product is likely to break even. Break even means now the sales will equal the revenue. Whatever expenditure we are incurring on marketing, advertising, servicing the product, we are generating that much or even more than that in revenue. So the customers' awareness will be more, and it will result in more growth and more profits. It will start generating profits. Then we have the third stage, or which is also known as the saturation stage. Saturation stage. This is the highest level of profit that a product can generate, right? So the sales volume they peak, it becomes maximum. It results in the maximization of sales with inflow of business and profit. Then we have the staleness stage. This is the fourth stage where now all the competitors in the market, they have understood that this product is generating profit and sales, so they will also introduce the same kind of products. So competition increases, there's better products available from the competitors, so the staleness will creep in. and it will result in the saturation of sale. So the business and the profits they stagnate, and the customers they become indifferent. They do not differentiate between the different products offered by the different competitors, or in our case, the banks. If, however, we do not try to stop here, what will happen? It will lead to the fifth stage, which is known as the death. So, when our product reaches the decline or the saturation, we need to add on some benefits. We need to improve the product, do something to still keep it in the market, to still keep profits generating. All right. So, this is the final or the death stage from which we try to protect our products. Now let us see formally. So the first stage is the introduction stage where the product is introduced. Characteristics of the stage is very important. You will be asked questions like which of the following are characteristics of the introduction stage. So the sales volume will be low and the revenue from the product will not be sufficient to cover the cost of producing, marketing and servicing it. Why? Because it takes time for the product to occupy the minds of the customers. This is what we had studied. Then, in the second stage, which is the growth stage, the sales volume of the product picks up and the product is likely to break even and it starts generating profits because the customer's awareness of the product will be more, that will result in growth. Then we have the third stage, which is the maturity. There is more growth and sales and maximization of sales with inflow of business and profit. So here the maximum profit will be generated. And then we have the fourth stage, which is the staleness or saturation. Because of competition and better products available, staleness will creep in, right? So here the business and the profits stagnate. Customers develop a tendency of indifference. So the question can be framed in which of the stages of product life cycle the customers develop a tendency of indifference to the product. So it is the fourth stage or the staleness stage. And this will result in the final stage, which is known as the decline. The products become less attractive due to various reasons, and there's a drop in sale volume and profits. If it is not properly handled, then it will lead to product death. How can we avoid the product death? By fine tuning and value adding to revitalize the product for continued acceptance, right? For example, now we will say that some products might have an instant death immediately after the introduction because the marketing strategy was not correct, or the consumer perceptions were not correct, or the product, when it was developed, it had a good idea, but the place in which it was introduced, it was not appropriate, or the timing was not appropriate, right? Other cases would be there will be immediate growth or there will be immediate profits and the maturity phase will be very short, or there could be the maturity period will be very long. So different types of products have different life cycles. Basically what the banks they try to do, they should understand the different segments and develop appropriate products to meet these segments need, and they try to keep their products for the longest in which stage? In the maturity stage. In the maturity stage. This question has also been asked many times. All right. So you should remember this. Then we have the banks, they try to keep the product in the maturity stage as long as possible so that the profit maximization happens continuously. So if a question is asked from this topic, then you will answer it correctly. And then the product life cycle is different for different products, but it is not always a must that the product should travel to through the product life cycle. Some products they have instant death immediately after the introduction phase. Why? Because of wrong approach towards the marketing research and consumer perceptions. So this is one part. Second part of the product life cycle is the stages in new product development. The product life cycle starts from the introduction phase, where the product has already been developed. Now, what are the stages for the development of the new product? Development of the new product. So the first will be generating the new product ideas. Ideas for the new product can come from the internal staff, that is the employees of the bank, the internal customers, or it can come from the customers of the bank, from their follow up and feedback, from their suggestions. So both in-house as well as from the existing and potential customers. So in-house idea generation as well as customers. Second stage will be idea screening. Now many ideas are there. Out of those ideas, only a few which are profitable or which seem to be good for the bank will be selected. So we will answer questions like whether there is any felt need for the product, is the product an improvement of the existing product? Then we have the third stage in which we test the concept. So, concept testing, where the new products are tested. So, we can test the product or the concept by taking the feedback from the customers about whether they understand the concept or are they attractive enough to avail them when it is actually launched, right? And before launching, we also do the business and market analysis. Is the product viable from the financial and marketing aspects? Is the product launching very costly, or the expenditure incurred is very high, or the technology needed to provide the product is completely new? All of these questions will be handled. Then we will reach to the actual product development. The actual product development, test marketing, and commercialization. So, after passing through all the above stages, then the concepts analysis are internalized and the product development takes place from the data generated. So, these are the steps in the new product development, right? So, the new product ideas are generated from market research based on customer expectations or in house from the employees of the bank, because they interact with the customers, so they know what the customers are expecting. New product ideas are also solicited from the staff members, because the members are requested to freely vent their ideas, freely discuss their ideas. These ideas can be about a new product, or if we want to improve the existing product. Then in which of the following stages of new product development, the questions like whether there's a felt need for the product, is it an improvement of the existing product, these types of questions are asked. It is asked in the idea screening stage, right? And the ideas which meet these questions, they pass through the screening test. Then we have the concept testing, where the concepts of the new products are tested. Basically, we are taking the feedback from the customers about their understanding of the concept, whether the concepts are attractive enough for them to avail these products when it is launched. So, we are trying to understand the market response. Then we do the business analysis from the financial and marketing aspect. So, basically, what we are doing a cost benefit analysis. The cost that we are incurring on generating the product, is it beneficial or not? It will also analyze the expected increase in business profits and also the effect of expansion and retention. And finally, after all of these stages, then the actual product development takes place. So the new product is first test marketed in a selected market segment. So this is known as pilot testing. So the institute can ask us in which of the following stages of the new product development we do the pilot testing. So it is the actual product development. So first, the product is test marketed on a selected market segment, and then based on the feedback received, the product is launched on a full scale. If we find that yes, it is having a good demand, the customers are positively responding, then we will full-fledgedly launch the product. All right. And again, the products are of four type: the generic product, expected product, augmented, and potential. Generic product is the basic product core, for example, a savings bank account. Augmented product is something which is an add-on benefit. For example, if the savings bank account, along with it, we provide the insurance product, any insurance product, so that is augmented. Expected is something that the customers expect that this they will receive definitely along with the core product. For example, a debit or a credit card or the passbook or checkbook. And finally, we have a potential product that will have a demand in the future, right? Something that will have a demand or it will be attractive for the customers in the future. So these are the four types of products, and on the basis of the type, the new product development takes place. That is all from today. This topic, the institution asks minimum 2 to 3 questions or even 4 to 5 questions. So make sure that you understand this very thoroughly and you will secure at least 5 to 6 marks from this particular topic. That is all for today. I will see you again in the next session with other such important, most important topics from exam point of view. So make sure that you like the video, you share the video, and you subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss any of the updates. If you have any doubts or queries, you can let me know in the comment section. Thank you and all the best.